What's up, everybody? Welcome to the tent. As you can see, there is lots going on. I got a new setup as to how I'm doing my microgreens. Tried a different setup the first time. Didn't really quite like the result. Maybe I'm being too picky, but for those of you that are just tuning into my channel, the Bow Valley Outpost, thanks for stopping by. If you haven't already, make sure you like and smash the subscribe button. Thumbs up. If you like this video, if what I'm putting out appeals to you, let me know. I love the feedback that I've gotten so far. And this is just going to be a quick, simple video, just talking a little bit about what's going on in the tent right now. There are some really green, beautiful veggies growing, lots of lettuce, cucumbers in the back over there, and then we've got some new seeds down here in the dome, as I call it. The Thunderdome, and those guys are just germinated, and I've just put in some new basil, chives, and thyme, or thyme, however you want to say it, thyme. Up top here we've got some new microgreens. This is a mixture of microgreens. I just picked this guy up on Amazon. It's food to love, delicious and healthy, premium quality spicy mix of sprouting seeds. That includes broccoli seeds, alfalfa sprouts, and radish seeds. The last little grow up that I did for microgreens was kale microgreens. This time around I've just wanted to try something different, see what they tasted like. I will say that the kale microgreens are amazing. I've used them almost every day that they've been available to be harvested, and I've just been putting them in smoothies. So I've been doing a banana, apple, orange fruit smoothie with some milk. Amazing the amount of energy that I get from that. I don't know if it's the amount of sugar that is in all the fruit that I'm eating in this smoothie, or a combination of both. Okay guys, so let's talk really quickly about my setup for my micronutrients, and I should right now be panning B-roll footage of my micronutrients, and I'm really trying not to spill the water as I talk, because I've got some water down here in the reservoir. So I'm doing my micronutrients, or my microgreens, sorry, I don't know, like micronutrient, doesn't matter. Anyways, I'm doing my microgreens in a hydroponic method or style. Some people use soil. Put down some soil, put your seeds on top, water the soil and the seeds, and you get germination and you get growth. This way I am going through a different way, so it's a hydroponic way. So basically, in the package of seeds that I'm using right now, the directions tell you that 3 cups of microgreens equals half a pound of sprouts, and in order to get 3 cups or half a pound of sprouts, it equals 3 tablespoons of seeds. So what I've done is take the seeds, you put them in a container. You can put them in a container like this, and then fill it up with water, cover the lid up. I give it a little shake, 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 get the microgreen seeds good and saturated, make sure that all their surface area has been touched by water, and then I let them soak for about between 4 and 6 hours. At that point in time, drain out all the water and redo that process all over again. Essentially, it's a really good head start for your germination. Once that happens, you're going to take your seeds, rinse them off in a strainer if you have a really fine strainer with small holes in it. Then you're going to take your reservoir or your sprout tray. You're going to put your hydroponic matting back to the biodegradable mat. It looks like coconut husk essentially, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is cocoa. So basically just cut out a little rectangle to fit in the bottom of the tray here. Lay down my matting, my biodegradable matting, hydroponic matting, put it down, and then I sprinkled seed all throughout. Then I basically put another cover on top of my microgreens like so, and kept them out of the sunlight in a cooler, but not too cool. You want to keep it a little bit warm, I should say. Put it in there and left it for 48 hours. You just want to make sure that they're germinated really well before you go ahead and stick them under the lights. And then you just wait. And you're going to want to spray your seeds once in the morning and then once at night. This is just to give it a little bit of water, a little bit of nutrients, essentially, to help them with the germination. And then after 2 days, on your third day, as long as they've all sprouted and look like they've all germinated, you're going to take the cover off, and then we're going to start exposing it to light. The thing with microgreens is, and you can look this up, Google it, whatever you want to do, is some microgreens need more light than others, and some like more light than others. These guys grow so fast, and one of my later videos that I'm going to do, I'm just going to do a time lapse of microgreens as they're growing, so you guys can see how quickly they really grow. You can't really get a sense of how quickly they've grown in the last 3 days, but these microgreens that you've seen already are just 3 days old. Really excited. Fun fact, if anybody didn't know, microgreens are $50 a pound right now. So really high demand for them if that's something that you wanted to get in on a professional level. There's tons of videos out there of people that have started microgreen farming in their home, in their basements, in their garages, workshops, wherever, and that's what they do for a living. I'm not saying go out there and spend all the money, but certainly there is a market for this. Going back to lessons learned, after action report or after action review, there are a couple heads of lettuce here that haven't really grown, and you'll see that on the video as well, on the footage, as well as some of the other ones. So you can see the butternut squash, the butterhead lettuce and the romaine lettuce, and you can just see the distinction between both of them. The butterhead has more of a fat, rounder, flat leaf, whereas the romaine lettuce is more longer and a little more teardrop in profile. Irregardless, what I'm trying to get at here is you can just take a reference of the plant beside it and the plant that you're looking at and see the difference in the growth. And I think really what the main cause of this is that in the dome here, I didn't let them stay in the dome for long enough. I should have let them sit there for probably another 5 to 10 days, just to establish a really good root system inside of the hydroponic cube, or the rock wool. And that's the medium that we substitute for in hydroponics instead of soil. So I never let them sit in these guys long enough so that they could get their root system out the bottom and be able to reach down and get water. And as you can see here in this guy, look how long that root is. Like, that's amazing. But again, as you can see, you just need to let the root systems take a little more time to establish, so that when you are putting them into their net pots and putting them down into their little holes, you're basically just setting them up for success as much as possible. Reality is you got to wait a little bit, and that turns us over to our pak choys, which are these guys here in the front. They didn't turn out so well. They really struggled. And I really think that the reason they struggled is because I didn't give them the opportunity to establish a really good root system before I brought them out of the dome, and I just put them in their net pots. Net pot was too big for what I was trying to achieve with those guys, because they had not had the roots to go down and search for the water or reach down to the water in time. Fast forward to their neighbors, the cucumbers. Both of them are doing fantastic. I'm really surprised, not surprised, but this is my first time being able to grow cucumbers, because normally you just don't have a long enough season outdoors. Cucumbers actually grew at a faster rate, obviously, than the pak choys, because they were able to reach down really quickly and get to the water as soon as they could. That being said, this is the first time I've been able to grow cucumbers, or attempt to grow cucumbers, and right now they're flourishing. Their leaves are huge. They look like cucumber leaves, which is a bonus. because I was looking at my pak choys as I was looking at my cucumbers and wondering what I did so wrong. Same with the lettuce. The lettuce really flourished. These guys reached down. You can counterbalance that by adding a little more extra water to bring it up to the, the bottom of the net cup, or maybe even a little bit past the net cup, just so that the water is getting to your rock wool and keeping it hydrated, so that the roots have something to get the water from and their food from. But yeah, like that's just it, guys. I just wanted to share a little bit about what's going on in the tent right now. Appreciate you guys stopping by. I really hope that you like what's going on and you are enjoying the information that I'm passing on. Today is Bell Let's Talk in Canada, and that is just an initiative to raise awareness for mental health. I myself am a veteran and suffer from mental illnesses like PTSD. Well, not like PTSD. I do have PTSD, and it's something that is a daily, not struggle, but it's a challenge for my day. And I think it's really important for anybody who has something like that, a mental illness, or is dealing with anything, to not be afraid to talk about it. This is a platform that I thought maybe I would share that with you guys, and just tell you, something like this, for example, hydroponics, not hydroponics, but gardening. I started that a few years ago, and I just really enjoyed what it gave me inside. Grounding, brought me to in the moment. It really does bring me such joy doing this kind of thing. So I really implore anybody who wants to do this, if you haven't already, please hit the like and subscribe button. And again, share this with your friends. Thanks for stopping by, and we will catch you on the next video.